Something good has come out of my stay at home because of this COVID-19. So there's just so much Netflix and eating food you can do. So I have discovered a new hobby. It's knitting. I've been knitting hats. I tried the needles before, but I was too clumsy. Now I discovered loom knitting. This one anybody could do. Yeah, right. But if I can do it, you can do it. I was really interested in doing this because a friend of ours told us that if we could do this, we could include some hats for Christmas in the care package for, the less fortunate people who have no homes. So I've been doing quite a bit of that. Different designs. Look at that. And then here's a rimless one. And you could, incorporate colors. Okay, so what you need is loom. This not expensive really. This is 36 pegs. You have this one is really necessary. You would need later on some scissors and a needle. All right, and of course your yarn. Here we go. Number 5 or number 6 yarn. I put mine in a bag so that it doesn't run on the floor or on the table. All right, guys, let's start. So here goes, guys. Let's make a knot like so on your finger like that, and then put your 2 fingers here in the loop. Take the working yarn, pull it through like this, and put it here in our anchor peg here, the one on the sides. Okay, so what we're gonna make here is like a checkerboard design. The rim would be like a stitch. So this is an E-wrap. Okay, we're gonna double E-wrap. E-wrap because, like, if you know about cursive, it's like a E, letter E. There is such a thing as a U-wrap too, which you just do like a U, a letter U. But I prefer the E-wrap. The E-wrap. Okay, so we go this way twice, and then this is where you're gonna use this one. There's like a ridge over here that you put your needle here and then put it over like so. Look at that. Okay, and you go around here all the way to the other side. Okay, look at that. See how easy that is? Okay, so we'll keep going, and I'll see you in a little bit when we reach the other side, the circle. So here we are, we're finishing our cast on stitch here, doing the E-wrap method. And then we are gonna start the second row of a rib stitch rim. Okay, I don't know what they call it, rib. I guess it looks like ribs. Okay, so here's the last one. All right, now the rib stitch is alternate of knit and purl. So you are over here, you're gonna start with your first peg here, do an E-wrap, go down here and do a purl. What I do is I put my needle right here, put it over there, and take this new yarn, working yarn, like so, and pull it off the peg and put the new one here. Going that way. Okay, some of you will go that way, but I prefer this way. I don't know, because I'm right-handed, I guess. Okay, so this is gonna be our first row. So you remember, knit, E-wrap, knit, and then purl, like that. And we'll keep going doing that. Okay, like that. I made a mistake before that I undo this right away like that. And then when I have to go on a break or do something else, I forget where I've been. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. So anyways, you could just undo them later on. Okay, knit and then purl. We're just gonna go around all the way around first row. um it depends on your preference. You could do all of this method for like 6 rows or 8 rows if you prefer a wider rim. Me, I prefer a wider rim, so I would do 8 rows of this. Okay. Sometimes I would prefer a note because I could not remember how many I've done and stuff, or what are the which part of the knitting I've been. So I would write a note. But anyway, I'll see you guys in a little bit after this is done. First row. Okay, so we are nearing here the end. What I would do is, here's the purl, knit, and then the last one is purl. There we go. Now you kind of eyeball if you missed something or not, but if you did, no big deal. Now it's time to knit off the ones who are double with a double loop here, like that. And then I'll show in a little bit how we're gonna get rid of this little tail here. Okay, so I'll knit it off. Okay, so I knit off everything. That's my first row. Now I'm gonna get rid of this little tail here that we do. So if you just pull on it like so, and then we are gonna put this out here in the back. Some of them would prefer for it to be to weave off. They could just weave it off, later on. But I'm just kind of scared for my own preference that it's gonna come loose. So what I do is, right here, I'm just gonna triple knot it. Look, like so. Nobody would even notice it. Not too tight. There it is. That's one. It's just me because I don't want my tail to hang later on. So that's two. This one I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna come off. There we go. And then I'm gonna cut that little tail right away so that nothing dangles. There we go. Now, so that's the first row, guys. Don't make a mistake of cutting your working yarn, okay? All right, now we're gonna continue the rim, okay? Remember, you could do 6. I'll do mine 8, okay? Alternate knit and purl, knit and purl, knit and purl for 8 rows. I'll see you here back again when you're done with your rim, all right? So here we are finishing. I'm finishing my 8th row. Okay, so that's knit. And then, all right, as I said, we're finishing the knit and then we have the purl. Be light on your, when you do this, guys. Don't be so pulling it tight. That's the purl. Because you don't want it. It's so tight. Sometimes it's hard to knit it off. There we go. Here's the last knit and the last purl. If you ever make a you're not sure how many rows you made, there's an easier way I'll show you how to count your rows. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so let me knit off this and show you guys. I'll show you. So this is your cast on, right? Okay, so this is your first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and that's my 8th. Oh, sorry, my 8th row here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I told you I was going to make 8. So there you go. See, look at that brim. Isn't that pretty, guys? This is the right side. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Okay. And we're going to start on the body. Okay. Okay, so to recap, this is my the brim, which we did a rib stitch. It's alternate knit and purl, knit and purl. You should total about 2 inches like that, or 1.5 to 2 inches really. Okay, so now we're gonna start the body. Mine is a modified checkerboard. As I said, we're gonna make the checkerboard design, right? Most of you guys probably would like 3 intervals, but me, I like a bigger checkerboard design because I'm just kind of impatient. I want to see the finished product sooner. And you know, purling is kind of a little bit time consuming, not too much. So I'm gonna do intervals of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 knit purl, which we're gonna do the E-wrap, and then we do 4 purls, 4 knits, and then 4 purls, and all the way around. Okay, so let's do that. Let's see. Okay, so E-wrap 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't knit it off right away. And as you remember, purling is just putting your working yarn here at the bottom, and then doing this, pulling it up like so, taking it off the peg, and then replacing the new one here. So that's 1, 2, 3. See, I told you, that's why I want a bigger design, because purling is kind of, a little bit, well, for me, kind of difficult for me, time consuming for me. So here we go, guys. I ended up with 8 rows here of knit because I did 4, but that's okay. So over here later on, I'm gonna start with purl. That way I'm gonna end with purl also here. So it's just a bigger checkerboard pattern, okay. All right, so let me knit it off. This ones, there you go. Now I'm gonna start here with the purl. Okay, guys? All right, here we go. This is my second row, okay, guys? I'll make 4 rows of this because mine is 4 and 4 repeats, not 3 and 3. Okay. All right, and then 4 of this again, the E-wraps. Okay, all right, I'll see you at the end there. Okay, so here I am finishing the 4th row of our second set. I'm ending it with 4 purls. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. I already did 1, 2, 3. And purl. Okay. So that's the second set. Now let me knit this off. Okay, so to recap, guys, the first set I started with a knit, right? Knit, purl for 4 rows. And the second set I started with purl, knit for 4 rows. Now I'm gonna start now with knit, of course, like 4 knits. All right, I suspect, guys, we're gonna be needing, you know, uh, 2 or 3 more sets like that. Okay, I'll meet you up here, guys, later on, because whatever you're doing, you're gonna end. It doesn't matter if you have enough length. You're gonna end your knitting with the E wrap all the way, knit all around. It's just easier to cast off that way. And don't forget to admire your handiwork, guys. See, this is going to create those patterns. Look at the different patterns here, guys. That's pretty. Look at that. Okay, so I'll meet you guys here. For adult, it's like I would make 6 to 7, 8 inches tops. But for me, I have a tape measure or a ruler somewhere. But with me, my finger from my thumb all the way up here is good enough, and a little bit more, probably a few more centimeters there. So that's my thing. So like so. All right. And then it depends on you. You could have a slouchy one if you want. But I'll meet you guys here. Make those sets, alternate sets. Okay? All right. So guys, here we go. I finished 8 sets of that alternating pattern. That's what makes our checkerboard. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now remember, I told you to end any kind of length that you have for your hat. You have to end it with a knit stitch. Okay, so I'm gonna knit off this knit stitch, and I'm gonna show you guys how I cast off with an alternating or decreasing, decreasing my stitches. All right, so let me finish knitting this off. So here we go. So I push down my last row there. What I'm gonna do is E-wrap the first peg, skip the second one, E-wrap the next one, and skip the other one. So it's like every other one. That way, my finished hat is not gonna be bunching up too much. It's not gonna be too thick at the end. So like so, all the way around. Okay, we're getting there. It's getting pretty, guys. All right, and then you knit it off. Always knit off your last one there. That way it locks. See, it locks your working needle. Okay, so the one with the 2 loops here, you have to knit off. All right. Now we're gonna cast off. What you do is the usual, whatever your preference is. This is my preference, so to decrease my my stitches. So 1 round, 1.5, and then okay, cut your yarn, and this is when you're gonna need your needle here. Okay, let me thread it. So here we go. I always have trouble threading that. So here we go. I'm gonna start threading here. There. All the way around. Okay. Do your threading and I'll see you. So after you thread all around that, you could safely remove it from the loom. Okay, and this is the fun part. Yes, get rid of that. Look at this. Look at your handiwork, guys. So you just kind of gather it all like this. So look at that. It's not so bunchy because we decreased our stitches at the end. Okay, Look at that, guys. Now, let's turn it wrong side out. Let's put the needle through here first. Okay, there we go. And look, guys, look, look, look. So, pull it tight. I don't think we're strong enough to tear off the yarn. Now, what you do is kind of go around this circle here. A few rounds and then just knot it. That's really it. Okay, there you go. And added security there, that there's not going to be any hole. There we go. Oh, I'm so excited. Some lucky homeless person will get this. See, COVID has done something good for me. Okay. Now we've gone around a couple of times. Now we just have to knot it. Okay. Go through here. There. I do about 3. That way it's nice and secure. One more, one last one. There we go. And I think we're good. Okay, let's look at the finished product, guys. So this is my modified checkerboard thing, because I didn't follow the regular 3-3, and I have this long, wide thing over here. Okay, but it's part of its design. Look at that, guys. Isn't that nice? And it's the excitement, like, oh, I did it, and somebody's gonna wear it. All right, guys, I hope you're gonna try it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll get on to some other projects later on. Thank you.